Newcastle 2. Matt, a very, very poor start. We couldn't have hoped for a worse start, really.
Well, if you're looking at it honestly, with the 6 games that are following this one, taking out the Carabao Cup, I mean, today was our perfect opportunity. 3 points on the board, good performance, build up some confidence for the teams that are following. And just wait. I mean, from the moment I saw the team sheet, you knew that there was something wrong. You know, you got Noble in a number 10 behind an isolated Antonio. Again, Fornals out on the wing, out of position. £110 million on the bench. I mean, like my perfect expression right now with West Ham is disappointed, but not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I don't really understand what we're expecting different. 3 wins in 10 under Moyes at home. You know, well, yes, we had a bit of luck finishing the last season, but you know, the difference is Antonio, brilliant on his day. But when he's not, how many times today did he not even pick up his head and just slam the shot straight at a defender? You know, that's not Premier League football. That's not top 10 football. And that's really where we're getting hit, you know. But what can we expect? What did you think?
Well, I'll have my say, mate. This is about your say, so I'll have my say a bit later. I've been on a stream all day, so
let's take Diop. He's forgotten how to mark. The man has literally forgotten how to mark. Brian Fredericks, the only saving grace is his speed. If you took away his speed, it would be in League 2, League 1. You know? Creswell, well, I mean, that ship has sailed a long time ago. You know, injuries have brought him down, and he's only there because, I mean, look there. You see Jamal Lewis in Newcastle's left defence. That's someone we should have picked up. Why didn't we pick him up? Again, Callum Wilson, 8 goals in 9 against us. Why weren't we in for a shout for him? We've only got 2 strikers. And Antonio's not even a striker. I mean, like I heard you a little bit earlier, you were talking about Leeds. I'm actually living in Mexico right now, and I'm a big fan of Marcelo Bielsa. I've been following it a long time. Just look at the passion. Look at how they took the game. When was the last time you've seen us take a game to someone like that? Really? Maybe for a Tottenham game, you know, we'll get up for it. But compared to any other team, we're slow, we're lazy, and we're unorganized. You know, you can't, you know, take it from a Leeds system. Watching them, you know, they're a championship team. They've got crap players compared to us, you know. Their players, man for man, are much worse than us. But look, every time they come back and defend, man for man, they know who they need to mark. They have an obligation. With us, they're just covering, lunging in unnecessarily. Look at Rice nearly crocking himself, lunging in when he didn't need to. On the attack, the offensive rotations, they know where they need to move. The wide player moves in, the fullback overlaps. For us, you can see Fornals with the ball, and Cresswell's jogging up 2 or 3 seconds later than he should be released. I mean, we are rotten to the core. I mean, I work as a football coach as well, and there are so many things that we're doing wrong. I mean, I don't really know where to start, and it's just so frustrating because at least if we were having a go of it, you'd say, you know what, like Leeds today, like you said, they gave a brilliant goal against the champions. You lose 4-3, you hold your hand up and say, good job, not the result we wanted, but plenty of positives to take out of the game. What positives can you take out today? Really?
Well, we look very slow. We set up negatively. As you say, we're lacking in certain positions. The team look very disjointed. I mean, who do we blame this on? Who do we blame this? Do we blame this on the ball for no signings? Do we blame it on David Moyes for not making the best of what he's got? What do we do?
Well, it's obvious that the club is rotten to the core. I mean, that's obvious. I mean, it didn't take Mark Noble's message on Twitter again, you know, about their Grady selling to let us know that we're rotten to the core, you know. But it's a chain of situations, you know. I mean, I really don't want to say it, but I think getting relegated and resetting might be our only way. But then again, you go down, you end up like a Leeds, spend 16 years in the championship in the second division, and that's not good for anyone. But really, like you say, whose fault is it? I don't know. I mean, really, but one thing I will say, it is the fault of Moyes, or is the responsibility for Moyes to get his players up, running, motivated, fit. That is undoubtable. How can, taking again an example like Pep with Man City or Bielsa there, how can you have teams like that are so fit, that don't stop running? They were running into the ground until the 95th minute against the champions and arguably one of the best club teams in the world. Look at Sheffield United last year. Sheffield United went up for every single game like it was their cup final. Why can't we do that? We are not, but we've not been fit enough since Bilic. Honestly, since Bilic, we looked sluggish. I and my dad always thought that Bilic would be the man to come in to shore up the defense, to get us organized, to get us structured, to get us fit. And we haven't been that since. We've been gifted by a little bit of magic by Payet that saved us there. We were gifted a little bit in the first year with Pellegrini. Last year, we were saved by Antonio in a great run of form. But there is no excuse in the Premier League as professional athletes to not have fit, fast, sharp players. I don't know. That's my point of view. And that lies on Moyes, the coaching team, sports science department. You know, that's
absolutely. I've been saying for a long time, Matt, that the infrastructure in the club is bad. It's very bad from top to bottom, and you know, I think that the players think it's a bit of a holiday camp, and they don't think they've got to work hard, and they're all Premier League players, but they're not. The training facilities obviously ain't up to scratch, and I think we're going to be in big trouble this year.
I don't see any way that we're going to be doing well this year. I mean, how many weeks are left in the transfer window? You've got to be worried that if Declan Rice, a bid doesn't come in, if we don't pick up a couple of results, I'm sure he's going to pick up the phone to Chelsea himself, pick up the phone to Mason Mount and say, tell the guys to put in a bid for me because I don't want to be here. You could see him walking off the field at the end arguing with Ryan Frederich. And that's good. I want to see that passion, but that's only good when the passion creates a response and a positive response. You know, and realistically, I understand him. He wants to be winning stuff. He wants to be in at least a competitive team. Cool. And when you go out today and lose 2-0 at home to a Newcastle team that has been through probably as much turmoil as us with Mike Ashley. But what happened? They put their money where their mouth is yet again, because it's not, we fall back and say, well, the board spent 100 million under Pellegrini and it went wrong, so they're nervous. I'm sorry. This is the Premier League. You've got to stick your money where your mouth is every single year. Every single year. Unless you've got a team like Liverpool that they haven't done it so far and they can get away with it. But look at Chelsea. How much have they spent? On another, they bought a new keeper to replace a keeper that they spent over 60 million on because he wasn't good enough. That's the level of demands that are in this league. And we keep falling back to this excuse of we spent 100 million a couple of years ago. It went wrong. We're defaulting on the payment of Haller still. You know what? Now it's fixed. But the board have got to put the money in. There's no excuse not to. Otherwise, what's going to happen? Fall back in the same 16th, 17th, 15th for a luck, you know? Because we don't have a manager that makes a difference. If we had a Bielsa, if we had a Chris Wilder, if we had a Pep Guardiola or Jurgen Klopp, well, you can get more out of this team. But whilst we're sticking around with guys like Moyes, I don't see where we're going to go, mate. I don't see where we're going to go. And like you say, training ground, like they say, porter cabins, subpar fields, and obviously not good enough staff programs that we have in there. And I mean, it's like I say, disappointed but not surprised. You know, I mean, did you really expect we were going to win today?
I thought we might. I thought we might just turn up. But Matt, it's been a pleasure talking to you, mate. I know I've got a big, massive queue of people, but very interesting.
I appreciate it. I really do,
please,
mate. And
please come on again.
The work you do. Okay, thanks a lot, mate.
Where in Mexico do you live?
I live on the border with Texas, so.